with diabetes. And so she has started a blog, and she's got a story she'd like to share with you on what she's doing while she's living with diabetes.
My name is Kayla Brown, and I've been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes for 2 years now. I do have a PowerPoint. It's at the bottom.
Can you be a little louder? Go closer to the mic.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Kayla Brown, and I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes 2 years ago. Basically, I started the blog as soon as I was diagnosed. It was kind of a way of therapy and also to let people know where I've been for the past 5 days. I was in the hospital for 5 days. My sugar was 24 when I was diagnosed. Basically, in the beginning, I had no idea what type 1 diabetes was. I didn't really know much about diabetes. I kind of knew what my grandma and grandpa had, and I knew that my grandma had a little stash of chocolate, so I was like, whatever, I can do that. They only take a pill a day. But to my surprise, I had to take needles right off the bat. I was on 4 needles a day. It was pretty tough to get used to, but I never really had that moment where I was like, oh, this sucks, like I don't want to do this anymore. Right off the bat, I started to get motivated. So basically with my diabetes, I'm now on an insulin pump. So basically, it's attached to me 24/7. I change the site every 3 days. And it's so much better for me because I can do all this fun activities and not have to worry about my blood sugar. So basically, I'm always trying to get involved in different events and have fun while doing it because all of us here, well, most of us have diabetes, no matter if you're type 1 or type 2, and it's all about being active. Even if you're just into walking or running, anything, you can do so much and stay healthy. I always say that I have diabetes doesn't have me, and I think that really applies to everyone here. When you're told you have diabetes, it seems like a life sentence and like you have to worry about it all the time. And it's true, you do have to think about it all the time. But the important thing is that you can do so much with it and you can make good out of having diabetes. For me, as soon as I was diagnosed, all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but I wanted to do all these things, these crazy things that I never thought I would do. I did my first half triathlon. I did 5K runs. I don't know what went on with me, but all of a sudden I was out there and getting involved. Basically for me, it's about making connections, and all of us here can make connections today. Helping each other with our diabetes is really important because you don't have to be alone. And I think a lot of people feel alone and frustrated, but if you share your stories about having diabetes, it can really help besides the medication. Taking care of myself, well, I have an insulin pump, like I said. I'm assuming that a lot of people are also on pills here or maybe manage it through diet and exercise. For me, I didn't really have a choice. I had to go on insulin right away. It was a big adjustment, and a lot of people say to me, oh my gosh, how'd you give yourself needles? Like, I could never do it. But when it comes to the time when you have to do it, you just do it. And I don't know what's in you that makes you do it, but you just have to do it. And some days when I'm putting in my site and I see the needle that is like this long, I think, what am I doing? But something in me does it. So it's don't be scared of what you can do with your diabetes, because there's so many people out there that you can make connections with and take care of yourself. Everyone at the Diabetes Education Center is wonderful. Judy's my nurse. So basically, there's so many things besides the medication that you can do to take care of your diabetes. Another thing is staying motivated. Basically, I have an amazing support system. It's going to make me cry. I have the best. Having support is the best thing you could have. So basically, my mission is a blog. It helps me, like, it's my therapy. And I'm sorry to I've had 4,000 plus views, individual views, and it's amazing that I'm doing something to help others, because I never thought that I could do something like that. This is just, I thought it was kind of neat to see who I reach. Basically, I mainly reach Canada, but as you can see, I have people in countries that I couldn't even name looking at this map right now, but you can see that I do have a lot of viewers, and as long as they're reading it and loving it, and I get the best comments from it, which keeps me going on days when I don't feel like writing, it's awesome. It's awesome to get that feedback, because to know that me just writing about what it's like to go to college with diabetes, or what it's like to do anything, like things that you don't hear about in the hospital, and you hear about from real life people that are living with diabetes. So my thing is, even though I'm crying, to keep smiling. Always keep smiling. Don't let diabetes take anything away from you, because you can do so much with your diabetes. And if you want to hear more about my adventures or my stories, you can read my blog. You can follow me on Twitter if any of you tweet. And you can like me on Facebook if you're on Facebook. I also have cards back at the Canadian Diabetes Association if you're interested. So I hope you check it out. Thank you.